She'd had to. Her own pain she could manage. But Oliver's, that was different. Seeing him in pain broke her. People who've never had a traumatic event in their life never understood how it changed a person. Something happened in the brain altering behaviour and attitudes. It was the way the brain coped with the trauma. Stability for her was the only important thing in her life, and now that was being wrenched from her. Years ago, when she was a teenager, she'd dealt with bad situations in her life the only way she knew how. Her stepfather's abuse finally pushed her over the cliff, so to speak. By eroding her confidence and belief in herself, he stamped all over her self-worth. Years of enduring his behaviour had only been manageable because she had an end goal: to finish her education and go to university. That had been her teenage dream. She knew with a good education she could get as far away from them as possible. She swiveled her office chair to and fro, watching Oliver at the computer. He was in his mid-30s, dressed in jeans, t-shirt and jumper. Oliver was like a swan, calm and in control on the surface. She was on edge all the time, totally visible on the surface like a drowning man thrashing away in the water. She licked her lips. That drink hadn't done much to relax her. She could do with another one. She brushed her blonde hair from her face. Oliver was so concerned about her, he just didn't understand how worried she was for him. Not her. And why she needed the drink. She didn't really care about herself. It was Oliver whom she knew would take the flak for the mess they were in. That was the sort of guy he was. Oliver was on to her about her drinking. Bless him, he had tried to not have a go at her, but tried to be rational, knowing to push her would make her worse. The bottles kept disappearing. She never said anything, just bought another one, and found another place to hide it. She was well aware she was verging on turning into an alcoholic if she wasn't careful. She had it under control. Why couldn't he understand that? You see, she knew once the bloody newspapers got hold of the mess they were in, they'd be in everyone's house, talked about, scrutinised over, and all over social media. Everyone would know, and the way they'd write it, they'd make sure that both of them looked like thieving criminals. She couldn't bear it, because it was all lies. She wanted to go back to bed with a bottle of wine, crawl under the covers and sleep to make it all go away. She slept well with wine. Her tongue was parched, craving the silken liquid. She ran it over her lips. Oliver spoke and startled her out of her reverie. "You have to open the brown envelopes, Gem. This is getting ridiculous. They're stacking up. Look at the pile. They can't hurt you. They're only envelopes. Please, you have to do it." His voice carried an edge she didn't like. That was what she meant when she said she wanted her old Oliver back. The stress was beginning to break him. He was pulled tight like a guitar string, she knew that, only she hated seeing him that way. The thought of what would happen if they broke him terrified her. She wasn't going to let that happen. Who was she kidding? How in hell was she going to do that? Oliver answered the questions from the bank, the tax office, and the creditors. It made her head spin, and she wondered how he did it. How he stayed so calm under the barrage of wolves baying for blood. If Oliver wasn't here with her, she wouldn't know what she would do. She knew he thought she was a wonky wheel in the partnership right now, although he never said as much. You heard of couples breaking up because of financial strains. She didn't want to lose Oliver. She'd do anything, absolutely anything, to keep them together. A stillness crowded the airspace in the study as she sat in the chair next to him, watching him click open email after email. The heavy silence filled the room, closing in around her, making it hard to breathe. The floor-to-ceiling windows in the office gave her a view of the world outside, where people were going about their day with small worries of what to make for tea, or what to wear, or if the kids hadn't eaten their greens. Oh, of course, she wasn't naive to think others didn't have worries as bad or worse than theirs. Except, looking out of the window, it seemed safe compared to inside their office full of brown envelopes and menacing emails. She took a drink from her coffee cup and wiped her mouth discreetly with the back of her hand. Their study was designed for 2 people. A computer each, an in-tray each, a pen holder each, that sort of thing. The answer machine blinked.